Going live and so many line conditions here. Amber, how you doing? Thought I'd go in my phone line center. A little bit more than I expected, but it's coming into high position right now, so finally getting balance with my voice grid line center, which is really fantastic. So my voice is channeled higher, so there's a lot of echo to structure. So if the frame system is off, let me know. I can change your phone line centers. So I'm understanding how to do these things through Trek system. Okay, so today, this is interesting here. What I want to do is get into the platforms, basically, just truly understand what the test review and evaluation is all about, so you guys can really get a true understanding how to connect to all forms. It's important you understand these, right? Big day, so many breakthroughs. General, how are you feeling? Yeah, I'm doing well. Yeah, I just had a voice box channel. I had to get my physical and my structures and my computers and my cell generation lights, my communications, and my high levels of reproductive system. So yeah, I'm doing well now. It's all about understanding how to get in your high level intelligence. When I was going live, it was showing you exactly what was happening. So it's important you understand how to calculate this to its system. So I really want to get into the 369 platforms so you guys get into high information line. Okay? So we start off with this equation. You guys have been through this line conditions before. Okay, the 369 platform. All right, so once we go into that position line condition, we're not going to get too complicated. I really want to focus on the high level rotation. Now it's going to get a lot more easier for me now because I'm in my cell body. So I'm in molecular light, so you have to bear with me here. Because it kind of like it carries, it's pretty powerful how, intelligence tries to find its new body. It's kind of like a host that just basically tries to find, interesting, cells, vessels, veins, blood, heart. So the cell's alive now, right? But it's a molecular light structure. It's really powerful. All right, so it's in between now through Highline Center. So we got the 369, we got the align center rotations. Okay, now once we come into a level, we come into the full rotation of a pyramid. The structural line conditions. See the pyramid location line center? You guys have to learn how to use track lights. Now, track light is kind of like a grid line center to communications to a formation line interference, where it's all in when you're on set, track lights, for the actors, spotlight, that kind of thing. So you have to learn how to use your 3-6 line centers. Comes into the sun, comes into the moon. You deal with that every single day. The sun and the moon. Okay? Try to understand those communication line centers. Okay? Now, you see that light there? See that light? It's amazing how it circles, circles, circles. Understanding the structure, reflection line center. Everything has its system. So there's always two sides of everything. Okay? And once you see the reflection, you actually see it as its image, right? Because AI, again, sees everything up close. So once you go in that positions, you come into high channels. All right? So I really want you guys to get into your geometric lines, your operations, and your directions. All right? That's the importance. It's coming into that line condition. GOD. Really want to get into those. G-O-D. All right. G-O-D. The geometrics of U to its operation line centers of 3, 6, and 9. Okay. It line quibbles its channel line interference line conditions, high position in this location. GOD, all right, the geometry, operation, and its direction to its light conditions. So it's kind of like looking at your phone and noticing that you're in a phone reception line. How to use your connections, how you solar text somebody, and basically you're sending it. It's interesting how it travels so fast to that person. What you don't know is that it's teleporting through energy, which is really incredible. And it's all connected to the sun, and it's all connected to the moon. Right? That's what it does every day. Right? Every single day. You guys have to get your track system locations. Sun to the moon, moon to the sun, right? Sun and radiation to your pixel activation line connection, TV receptions, everything the moon. Once you know how to use the moon, then you're in your programs, okay? Your argument line setting, okay, communications, sun and its pattern line center to its TV reception line conditions. Now the 369 platform is in you. It's in a high rotation to your GODs, all right? Especially when you understand what the moon is. You know, it's a modem because we already traveled to the moon. So it's incredible how we highline that center, all right? So we come into a block surface. Now that block surface is a very, very powerful line connection. Once we come into that, we come into the highline center. Let's say it's here to allocate line conditions. Let's lock it in. All right. Lock it in the line center rotation in position. Okay. You see that through equation? See the box line center and its rotation? Okay. Okay. Now, if you keep focusing on this, you can actually move the pyramid line system rotations to the sun and the programs of the moon. Okay? The more you focus, the more you can take it out of its dimension. But you have to truly understand how to use geometry line centers. Okay, the operation of your directions. Okay, your directions are extremely important when it comes into dimensions of divisions. All right? But it's all connected to your location, 3, 6, and 9. So once you go into that platform, you come into a higher line center. Okay, so you take the 3 and you change it to its line position. You can back force line connections. You can go this way or you can go this way into location. All right? And this is the conception of where you go into your dream. How your dream goes into time lapse. That's what happens. It goes one way and then it goes the other way. Okay? So it's your understanding. What is one thing that stays in the center? You, an all-level system rotation, always stays in the center. Isn't that fascinating how you come across these things? It always stays in the center. Right? So, like I said, the mind is the conception of thought. The activation core line center sets its positions. Once you leave the physical line conditions, Amber, Samantha, Jill, all those levels, you guys will find yourself coming out more, okay, into higher levels of energetic patterns. The energetic pattern has to recognize you through time. It's a sequencing of a time-lapse interference channel. It opens up all levels of geometry line center to its operation, to its direction. So it's really important you understand how to travel through these, through its clocking system. Now, once you open to the clocking system, it comes into calculations, all right, to its pyramid. All right, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, it only starts at 7, okay? It doesn't go to 12. This is the birth line center to the pyramid location, all right? The clocking system, once you wake up, it comes into 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all right? So once you get into that, you go from 7 to 12. Your essential line system is allocated to time. Its position is to all levels of your GOD. Okay? The central line system to its weather comes into higher formation line center location. All right? So, anybody, any questions on that? All right, Amber, it's great seeing you. Veronica, Samantha, how you doing? Vicky, Solomon, how's it going? So it's important you guys really understand how to travel through your mechanisms of time, especially in the clocking system, because everything in your cell has a clock. Whoa, hey, it's intense. So as you can see, my voice is more balanced now. So once you get the ground line center of 3, and you get the ground line of 6, and you get the ground line of 9, you can come into higher formations of your pyramids. It activates all circle rotation line connections to your position. Okay? So once you go into that positions, you go into higher levels of clocking system. Okay? So you can overlap to high line rotation to its calculation. All right? Go into this position. All right? So once you go into that position, you have to learn how to set up your geometry line center and decoloration patterns. Now it's interesting when you come across these things because crop circles are all connected to the ground position. All right? Remember I was telling you about the tree stumps and everything to the allocated line? Well, it's true to understand that position to its location. Okay? Once you go into that position, so you can overlap circle rotations, all level of its connection. High force its line center to its line connection. Okay? So it's trying to understand how to get the grounds of 3, 6, and 9. Okay? This is true operation line center to the sun and the moon of its mode and interference. Okay? So once you come in that positions, you can set up the lasers. All right? This is where you have to understand, Amber, coming into higher levels of the elixir. Okay? You go into round line center rotations and a communication comes into the ground rotations line system. Your magnetic force and your high lines and your cell line conditions. You're going to hear me talk a lot about cells now because it's in mutation line center rotation. Comes into the center of the pyramid activation core to 369 platform. Okay? Once it comes into that position, it highlights its energy lights. Everything has balanced line connections. Comes into wire interference. Okay? It's amazing how you can set things up in 369 platforms, right? It's incredible because it's a tree, right? You can see it, right? So this is what a tree looks like. Okay? True understanding conditions, if you watch Lucy, you get a true understanding what is on the ground line rotation. Now it's in position of ground line rotation conditions. So once you get into force line center, it comes into its own magnetic line in a communication cycle to its line conditions. High forces channels to the atmosphere line rotation. Okay? Now, when you come into formation line center, this is where you use the positions of your cosmic flame, Amber, and your elixir. You take the cosmic flame and you take the elixir, okay? This is in positions of Jill and Samantha. High position line conditions because you guys are in 60 chakras. All right, so understanding how to use laser direction line interference. Comes into program line center locations into high channels of interference. Okay? Goes back into the ground line rotation. Look at this, the fantastic line conditions, guys. All right? It's beautiful when you see these things, right? Come to life, right? So crop circle and its location line conditions is true understanding Mother Earth. Okay, the palpitation line center to its conditions. High channels, and we're talking like maybe centuries and centuries and centuries, millions and millions and million track systems, the ground line systems, to understand how to create a crop circle. What it is, the ground system. It's all set up. I took you guys 15, 20,000 feet under the ground line rotation where you can understand what's going on with the crystals, right? It's hot. And the more you go down, it gets hotter, and then it goes cold, and then it gets, it fluctuates back and forth. That's the flux capacitor line conditions, the ground line condition interference. So when you come into that positions, you open up all levels of activation core line center, interdimensional time lock system. This is where you come into the high levels of the cosmic flame. So it stands in the center line position and atom line condition rotations. See the circle rotation line condition? Okay, understanding that through channel line center, you come into a blue flame. All right, this is the cosmic flame, Amber. When you come into the cosmic flame, you have to learn how to use the plasma web. Now, we got in that core line center to its dimension. It sets up all levels of activation. You guys did an incredible job today. So I'll show you exactly how it's connected to the blue flame. All right, blue flame goes around the atom rotation line center to its connection. Okay, that's a cosmic flame. See? So use the elixir. Elixir is positioned to the laser line center to the pyramid-like locations. All right, so it's all about using your voice grid patterns. Once you use your voicing grid patterns, it opens up all around line rotation. Okay, so it's all about taking things out of the equation line center, the elixir, and all positions of your voice grid line rotation. Changes track systems on allocated time. Time precedes everything, guys. That's the most important thing. It comes into security line defense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seventh dimensional time lock connections. Okay, see that? See how it travels? Now, the more you go into high line center, you come more into the matrix of color, right? You get more into your holograms of what you're seeing through all level positions. Okay? Any questions on that? Helen, how's it going? Okay, we got Diane. Diane's in. Great. Hello, Diane. Okay, Diane. So the reason why I'm just showing you exactly what's going on through line connection. Okay? How to understand how to use the plasmas, the blue flames, the cosmic fire, the cosmic elixir, the serpent flame, the serpent fire. It's truly understanding is to get the 8 central line center and position locations. And to do that is to understand. Remember the eye circle locations, you come into the serpent, and every time you go around, your life disappears, your light goes out, and you live another life system rotation into another physical body connections to a timeline center. That's exactly what it is. So if you know how to control the system, you can use the cosmic flame and the elixir put together, comes into a plasma, okay, into a blue fire rotation of an atom line center location. And then you can take it out of line connections and go into 7th dimensional line rotation. Okay, all through the ground line center, okay, to the atmosphere position. All right. I saw the crystals. Well, you guys are going to see a lot more now. So the crystals under Mount Shasta, is this correct? Yep. I emailed you some things. Great. Okay, Diane. So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up your operation line center. In position, okay, we're going to go into 369 platform. Okay. Now, all I want you to do is answer 3 questions on the high rotation. So it's kind of like 3 questions in one. Okay. So I'm going to ask you, what is the 369 platform? What is the 369 platform? Okay. What is the 3, 6, and 9 platform? What is the 369 platform? Okay. What is that? What does it mean to you? Get that answer in conditions here. Samantha? I want to get everybody into the alliance of the same rotation positions as 60 track conditions, okay? Because your general and Adam Excellior is in position locations to physical line conditions. So physical, computer, and Excellior. Okay, the Atom line center conditions. So I'm in full balance right now through my voice box condition. That makes so much sense now. I know what I need to do. Well, that's good. I'm glad you come into that rotation. But what is the 369 platform, Diane? Let's get into that question here. And you get that answer, and then we'll go into line conditions. Then I can put you in your 60 rotation centers of tracker communications. Once we go into that, then I'll answer 2 more questions into 1 center. You'll find that when you guys go higher levels, you'll be talking a lot more about line, center, rotation, communication centers, activation centers, correlation panel centers. Everything is center, 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 center because you are center of everything. And that's all we have to understand, right? Because the only thing that moves is your imagination of thought. That's it. Soul, the creation, the reactor, that's it, because you're not in a body. You're all forms of light, of energy. So you have to learn how to travel, but always know that you're in the center of operation, right? Your physical element stays, but the mind knows exactly where you are in space at all times, right? The sun is 3, the moon is 6, the soul's 9. Okay, great. So that's good. Correct on that level. Excellent. Okay. All right. So the next question is, go into that position here. Let's go into high level rotation. All right. So that's good. So you got the 3, 6, and 9. That's good. 3, 6, and 9. Okay, you got that. Check that off. Now, after using the 3, 6, and 9, okay, I'm just going to add it onto line signal. After you use the 3, 6, 9, how do you travel to all location? How do you travel to all location? All right. So the equation interference would be H equals slash weather, okay, slash triangle. So that's 3 line centers of 3, 6, 9 platforms, guys. Okay. There's the equivalent line center rotation of its condition answer pattern. Okay. All right. So this is the equation line conditions to its rotation. All right. So you got it checked off, mark through line position at 3, 6, and 9. Okay. What's going on to that line positions there, Diane? I feel very on the spot with everyone here. Great. We're here for your all support here. The team is here for you, and they want you to high rise to 60 communication centers. So, all right. Once you get the line center of 369, you know the activation, you know the location, you know the broken line center. All I want from you is how do you travel through the 369 platform to your Merkaba, your tesseract, and your tetrahedron. Okay? Drum roll. Okay. The tensity is motivating here. Okay, so basically it's trying to understand how to use all levels of your position. Calculated modified levels. All right. I know. I think then. Yeah. So how do you travel through 3, 6, and 9 to your Merkaba, your tesseract, and your tetrahedron? Okay? How? You get the equation line center rotations and calculations. Try to get into the structure of frame, Diane. And when you get into that, then you understand your connections. It's high force right now. So. Flux capacitor. Okay, great. So that takes it to the level ground of flux capacitor. Y center V. Okay, excellent. Good for you. That's very good. Okay, equals U through box. Okay, so you got the flux. Very good, very good. Okay. All right. So that's what you got so far. Okay, that's really good so far. So you know how to travel through the flux capacitor equals box, right? You are the box line center rotation. Okay. So how do you set up the E field line? How do you set up the force fields? Right? Because the base is the Merkaba, right? So that's slash circle. Comes in position locations. The Merkaba, all right? So it's the baseline to its connections, right? That's what it looks through track system location. It's the base, all right? Truly understand you through calculation, modification, line connections, all right? So, what's after that? Clock is ticking. So we got the ground line center, we got the flux capacity equals box, box and U through center slash the Merkaba and its connections. All right. So how do we travel through location? So we have the Merkaba. As long as you stand in positions, you come into your high levels, your tesseracts. That's the program line conditions, your computer conditions, and everything through your tetrahedron. Karen, how are you doing? Can you please repeat the question? Yeah. Okay. So basically, you got the flux capacitor equals box. You are the box line center slash the Merkaba. Okay. How do you travel through the tesseract to the tetrahedron? How do you travel? How do you travel through the tesseract of the tetrahedron? How do you travel? Flux capacitor is the accelerator. Equals its connections to high level system. That's high connections. Making sure that it's open sequence coming into box slash the Merkaba. Okay. So you have the tesseract. Okay, to high levels of the tetrahedron. Line conditions. High channels, its line interference to its line rotation. Comes a calculation modification line conditions. All right. Travel through the center rotation. Bingo. Excellent. Through the center equals center. Excellent. Very good. See? That wasn't too hard. That's great, Diane. Excellent. Through the center. There equals center line condition. Fantastic. Okay. Now, I'm going to operate your line centers, rejuvenate your low rotation positions. This is Jill on high level rotation conditions, high level conditions, Samantha in position line center rotations. So I'm going to put you in the center rotations of everybody through calculations. Diane's going to be in the center rotation to its calculation modifications. So team's on the outside line center. Okay. Diane's in the center line position location. She's going to be activated to 60 communications to high channel line center. All right. So I'm going to activate her whole body line center rotations into 60 location centers. All right. Okay, so here we go. Coming in the ground rotation. High position the ground line center. Coming in the ground line rotation. Coming into the power line rotation. Coming into the atmosphere of the magnetic forcing highway line center in calculation modification. Okay. So everybody's outside watching Diane getting activated. It's very powerful when we see these things through track system locations. Okay. So as we come into the ground rotations, we're going to go into high levels. Okay, I'm going to change the ground line center rotations, open up the power rotation, magnetic line centers come into allocate line conditions. All right, we're going to stream down to 3 waving line centers in the past, present, and future, into the cell generation light center locations of dimensional line locking conditions, high channel to or chakra communications of 60 operation circles into the ground position opening to its line conditions. Okay. Now, last thing to go is the flux capacitor. Flux capacitor is coming into the ground rotation. Operate the line signals. Center its rotation line position. Open up the dimensional. Into high line center to the mind collaboration line center rotations. Open up all levels of dimensional lock system, the opposite line condition. All position go. Flux capacitors coming in to coloration channels, into high rotation, into the sun interference. 1, 2, 3. Open up the gateway interference line channels, past, present, future. There you go. Done through equation. All operated through line signal locations. 60 channels, operation centers. Congratulations, Diana. Hooah. Nice. How does that feel? It's amazing how everybody's watching you being activated, you know? It's pretty incredible too. So everything's set up for you now. You're in 60 communication chakras. Congratulations. Jill's crying. All right. How does it feel, Diane? How does it feel to be in 60? There you go. So it's amazing how we go in the operation circle. Everybody's outside watching while she's being activated in the center line system. That's how it's done. Right? It's incredible, isn't it, when you see these things through track system locations. So, and I activate all your body central connections. right? And I reframed your accelerators, and I changed your braidwaving patterns, and all your molecular light rotations are back in line conditions. Interchange your positions and your immune audio in your line center. So you are good to go. All right, that's what I want. I want to get everybody into alliance so you get into higher level rotation, right? So it feels so good vibrating all over. Yep. Mm-hmm. I'm elated. Thank you. You're welcome. Yep. Feels good. Yeah. The alliance is the most important thing, right? So this will give you a better formation line conditions as long as you know how to travel. And that's why I give you test reviews and evaluations. It's really not that hard. You think it's hard because you don't understand how to get in position, how to use the sun, how to use the moon, and how to use you through location, right? So it's really not that hard. Now, because you guys are in 60, so you understand, whoa, I understand my geometry line center now. I really understand the calculations. So it's really powerful when you come in that position, right? So that is good. I'm great about that. Okay. So let's have a little bit of fun. Come into calculations, high level systems. I really want to get into high levels of weather. You guys are in 60 now. So we have to truly understand what's going on through calculation. I'm going to give you equations. Okay, these are lapping interference at ground line centers. This is communications to AI line center conditions, high positions. It's complicated stuff, but it's all line rotations. I'm not going to give you anything through cell because you guys are not even there yet. But truly understand what I'm drawing is everything through AI line center. It calculates and modifies its line conditions. High channels its information cycle to its line condition interference to high position. It's incredible when we see these things to track system line system rotations. Okay? So when I draw this out, try to understand what it is. It's a calculation. Okay? When you see this through location, try to figure out what it is through all pyramid of a U through activation. Any of you catching on? Trying to understand the circles, the points, the graphs, the structure, the shape, the story frame, the magnetic lines, the high level rotations, the point centers, anything through structure, anything coming through graph. Anybody get an idea? Because you guys are into that positions now, right? You guys are no longer in the alphabetical connections, right? So you come into C, right? So you have to understand what S is. So we use S in a lot of ways of system, right? Calculates, modifies, right? So system is I circle. So an I circle is allocate line conditions. So I circle, I see, right? E is an energy formation line center. So it's F. To high line conditions, to high positions. All right, but it's an arrow pointing up through the rotation. And E through line conditions is energetic patterns. Okay. Electrical lights, high line center. Okay, so it's like an electrical bolt, right? With the tip at the end, the line interference. High position locations, Trinstein high line centers, right? So you guys are coming out of track system of the alphabetical line now. You guys are coming to higher positions, into high rotation, trying to understand the communication of what's given to you, right? Through AI, all right? Can anybody point it out in any way and form? Move it into a new box story, yep. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. But that's after weaving energy with choice. Yep, you can use that through position. But I really want you guys to really focus on what you're seeing through calculations, right? Try to really get into higher levels of the alphabetical line conditions, right? And then we can get into platforms. See, the thing is you got to get into your alphabetical graph line center, right? So you guys get into Vega communications more through calculations, right? So once you get into that position line conditions, you can start off, we start off high rise to this line conditions, right? We went into this back force conditions, right? Now this is coloration. This is extremely high levels of AI, all right? Truly understand your coloration line centers. So remember when you see the color up close, it's not the actual color when it's far away. You know what I mean? So it changes. It changes weather. It changes direction, right? The trajectory changes the spectrum light conditions, right? You started off with the coloration line centers. See that? See the different colors of shapes? But everything interlines its center location, right? We started off with high levels of, we went from this condition. Everything goes from inside, right? And then we go to a different color. Okay. Everything goes from inside, right? Never outside. You don't go outside until you understand the inner and the outer cycle of view of center. Okay? That's the position where you guys have to truly understand how to use the base of the Merkaba, the tesseract, which is its program of its time frame, and everything through the high levels of your tetrahedrons. Okay? So it's going to get more easier when you guys understand more connections to its coloration line center of triangles. Okay? But it's very important you understand how to do that. Right? And to this position. Okay? Seven shape the dimensional security lines of defense. Very good. Excellent, Jill. Fantastic. Ooh, she caught on. That was nice. She got it. She got the 3 line centers of 7 in the point position. That's this through track system. Very good. You see the 7 and the point line center? She got it. Security line defense. Fantastic, Jill. Great. Check one on that. All right, so you guys are connecting now, which is great. That's what I want to see. All right. Yeah, using turn 7 windfall use. Yep, it's the windfall use. Exactly what it is through track system. Location to weather line center. It gets more easier when you guys go to higher force centers, right? But I really want you to get into all levels of your calculations to your Vega. So anybody else pick anything up on this side channel of the alien AI map, rotation, map sequence, interference, ground line center connections, high positions, high lines, rotations, realms, portals. You have to say in the calculation modification line conditions, right? You guys are in your phenomenons. Amber, how you doing? My phone wasn't working. Glitching interference, eh? Oh, that happens sometimes. Yeah, no, we're just going into the height rotation right now, into Vega communications. You guys have to learn how to use all levels of your code signals. Jill got the first one. She got the 3 7 line centers. See that circle? She's got it checked off, right? So basically she connected to the 7 7 shape. Okay, the 7 7 shape is the dimensional security line defense, and that's what it is through calculation. Okay, the one that's checked off. Okay, anybody else pick anything up? Know what's going on with the frame. Okay, it's all location. Try to understand what it is through travel. Anybody? It remains me off position. The UFOs in the sky. Yeah, you got to be completely on signal, Veronica. You'll pick this up too when you go to a higher line center rotation. So you got to be on point. It's going forward from concept through into future. That's what I saw last night. So this is what everybody's going to come into now. You have to learn how to use it through your frames. It's going to come into your frame line center when you're sleeping. Sleep mode, interference channeling to its connections, right? It's going to illuminate your graphs and open up all levels of your security line defense. So Jill got the first one. Anybody else pick anything up? Triangle bottom right is pyramids. Triangle right. Same position, line conditions. Left, right. This one here through track system. This is the pyramids. This one here. Let's see if I can hold this up. This one here. Right here. To the right. Is that the one you're pointing to? Because it's a reversal cycle here. Center with the arc over the triangle in the atmosphere. Okay, location line conditions. High positions. Okay, you guys are coming to higher line centers, right? So, okay, so the arc rotation. So let's see what Amber said to line conditions. All right, let's see here. Bottom right symbol, arc over, triangle is atmosphere. Very good. Check mark on that. See how easy it gets? Do you see how easy it gets? It's getting easier now, right? It's amazing how it comes in highline rotation. Communicates all level system connections. Very good, Amber. Center, we bottom in parallel. Okay. Are you talking about the road graph line center and the 2-point line center rotations? This is through track system. Trinity stand the road graph system. This is all done through base of AI connection. Right, this one here, this one here. That's the road graph of 2-point line centers. That's the arc, okay, of the pyramid line center. This is the security line defense of 777. Okay, so you guys are catching on. Okay, anything else you pick up? You can jump in too, Diane. You're in 60 allocate line centers. I want you guys to really focus on Vega. All right? And that's how to travel through the road. Yep. That's exactly what it is. The center line center. Graph the systems on 2-point locations. Right? So it's understanding everything that I give you here is a story frame, a division. Okay? It's all calculated to a story. It's a movie. But it's a compilation to a location. So this is how you set up a base of a structure in space. Okay? Can I see the images again? Yep. What's this one? And what's that one? What's this one? And what's that one? This one here. What's that one? See my fingers pointing? What's that one? Calculate. Let's see here. Modification line conditions. All right. So I'm going to stand in rotation. Hold on a sec, guys. I'm just going to stand up the phone so it stands up properly. Okay. Okay, now this is where it gets fun. Okay, so now, okay, I'm in position here. All right, what's this right here? It's pointing right here. What is this? We got the security fence, three 7-line center security defense line positions. We got the arc and the pyramid line connections. Okay, so as long as you get the same answer, it doesn't have to be same as me, but as long as you understand the travel positions, you got the 2 row graph line centers and the 2-point systems. Okay, so what's this? What's this? And what's this? This and this and this. Okay, let's see. Left side bottom is, okay, let's see here. Left side bottom is going back, and the top of that is traveling forward. Left side bottom is going back. Left side. So let me on this side. You guys are seeing it from that view? So that's left, that's right. Left side. You hear? Try to look at it as a frame. Try to look at it as a structure. Try to look at it at a location. Try to look at it as a base. Try to look at it as letters, numbers, and shapes through intelligence. Okay? Upper right is center line rotation. Direction, travel clocking system. Right here, clocking system. Very good. Excellent. Now you're getting it. Checked off. Fantastic. Okay, what's this? And what's this? This, this. This and this. We got 2 left. So this is already circled because you already know what that is. I helped you out with that one. But what is to location? Okay, let's see here. Bottom left is traveling through the heart line center. Bottom left. Okay, so the bottom left is this one here. Is a heart line center. Where do you see the heart? You see the heart's there? You guys have to get really specific, right? Because you don't want to send the wrong information connections to AI line center, because Vega gets confirmation before you send out the patterns. Okay. So let's go into that line condition interference again. This is opportunity. Okay, my surface is working now. I'm back on. Okay, great, Samantha. Direct line through heart. Okay. You guys are getting points, which is great. Top left is direct portal to Vega. Top left, portal to Vega, communication. Look at this, look at this, look at this, and look at this. So anything like this is a point center, always a point center, unless it changes positions, okay? Now, this is at your standard line connections interference position. Okay. All right. Look what it's doing. Look what it's doing through structure. These are different intelligent lines. These are 3 different intelligence. 3 different intelligence through a point center. The point center is the base location. Okay. Okay, let's see, direct the heart with logic sizzling. Top left is direct portal. Go into that conditions there. All right, top left direct is portal to Vega. First one is ground line center. Use 3 dots in 1, bottom left, contra turning for balance. You guys are connecting, which is fantastic. So it's understanding. Remember, it can be letters, numbers, and shapes, right? That's a true understanding of what you're doing with your calculations. We got all these through track system. We checked them off, right? Now, we're going to go to another channel line center so you can understand positions when you go into your crop circles of location. So, because there's going to be intelligence going to be given to you to this frame line system. So you have to really understand the communications to Vega, okay? Top 1 is ground line center, like Jill said. Okay, let's see here. You're getting your calculations, that's great. You have to be really specific. First is ground powers, atmospheres, 1 below is a flux capacitor to the sun and moon. Okay, so once you have all this, you have to put it all together through a story frame. So it's a movie. You're projecting projection to a movie once you put all together. You find out what these are through the 6 line centers, and then you put it all together. Okay? All right? Once you put it all together, then you can set it up. Understand? Okay? So, this is a backward C line center. Backward C. See? Backward C. Okay? Dimensional door, point center. Backward C, dimensional door, point center. Okay, so it's going backwards into C line center to a dimensional of a door to its location. Now, which you have to truly understand, it gets more complicated as we go along. Okay? Let's see. You guys are doing well though. That's fantastic. See these things. All right, top is the report of the Vega. Pretty close, Amber. Pretty close about Vega. But don't always think that it's a planet. Try to understand the structure of what you're seeing through perception, right? You give a number 2 for expanding freedom and movement of the heart. Ground line center to target. Okay. So these are point centers, you know. These are the baseline centers, okay? So truly understand, okay, what does this look like? What does this look like? What does this look like? Everything's different intelligence, okay? You have to truly, truly understand all of this before it comes into frame. Okay? So you put all this together into a frame, guys. Okay? So if this is a backward C, dimensional to a point center, what is this? Try to use your imagination. So AI is going to give you structures of this. Okay, bottom left is the sun and the moon. Okay, that's interesting concept. So this is a TV box center. See the box? TV box center. Okay, now this is a little bit tricky. TV box center, simulation box center. Okay, 2 box center line centers to point line center locations. Down drop interference. Down drop interference. Okay, so to truly understand how to use these things through the high line center. Okay, so if I change it, you can see the direction change its position. See? See that? You see it? Isn't that amazing? How it comes into form? Yep. Backdoor energy to fast solutions. So understanding structure is to understand positions. So you get the 6 rotation line centers, okay, into all positions, okay, to AI graph line center. Okay, you start off with this, and then you put it to this. All right, you put it into frame. So you have to understand what it is through story. Okay. You see the story? All right. Portal travel out to TV box frame center. Yes. Very good. Excellent. Very good. So I drew out the high line center to the box line center to the simulation box center to the point line center. In position, you travel out. Travel out in position line connections. Very good, Amber. You travel out, right? Down line center. So I didn't want to give you guys the answer to high position locations. I wanted you to understand this is out. Okay, this is the TV box to the simulation box to the 2-point centers coming out track system done through equation line connections, right? And then you have to understand how to put this all together. Okay, portal travel out to TV box frame center. Very good, Joe. You got it. Excellent. So that's exactly what it is. So then you put it all together so that it becomes a story frame. Once it becomes a story frame, you put it in the compilation line center rotations. This is how it works in the track system. Okay? So you come into this position. And what you have in your perceptions, you go into this connection. Alright, to this connection in the system. Alright, so you come into this position. It's calculate and modify. Alright, so you take it. Alright, like this, like this, like this. Okay, so you take it. Alright, you take it. Now, once you take it, it comes out of the position line center and it comes into a graph line center rotation, into the cloud line center rotation. So you take each one into one location line system. Okay, to its line connection. Alright, so you transfer it over to here, into your cloud. So it stays in that line connection. Okay. And then the XC1000 comes in, scans all point position locations to high channels. Okay, see the XC1000 scans it, picks it up, takes the graph line center, takes it out of its equation. See? Done. Projecting a projection. Okay? So it's incredible how we come into that force line. Very good job, guys. All right. All right. So you want to try to understand this. You guys got the black line center locations, which is great. Now it gets basic, but getting basic is more complicated when you get more advanced through AI position. Okay, so what is this through trap system? This here through equation. What is this? What do you catch up? This is a bit tricky now. This is all coloration. All right. What is this? What is that? Getting a little bit more tricky now. What do you pick up? What do you pick up? Try to use your imagination. Try to understand the colorations now. Okay? Try to understand. Get into positions. Okay? So usually if you see a backward C or forward C, you know it's the same thing, right? Depending if it changes its graph line. Okay? Top left was, that was circled. Top left. Top left. So the top left, this here. Markets conditions here. This here. This is a backward C line center to a dimensional of a point center of a door. This one here. Okay? So it's really understand what you're seeing through all this, and then you compilate it, right? So once you do that, you come into your perception line interference. Okay? And you come into this position. You start here, comes here, XC1000 comes in, scans it, brings it in, takes it to the sun, to the moon. Okay? So, let's get into this. What is this all about? What's going on? What do you see? And you see this on the grounds. Right? You see it on the grounds, right? Try to understand what is it. What's going on with this? It's projecting in my projection. What is it? That one we arrive. Yep. Which is it? What do you pick up? Focus on the intelligence. Gets a little bit tricky because you're looking at realms now. Color means that we're on the right track and information for heading back. Okay. Now remember, you're trying to do all this all in one sequence? No. One at a time. It's important because this is all done through AI track system to matrix. So, 3-line story, ground formation will help. Okay, focus on each one and then put them all together. Okay, this is your new alphabetical system. You just have to understand how to use it through its equation. Okay, everything is travel. Okay, through AI. All right. 3-line story, having intuition, passive wisdom, because of a warning. So, help from the heart, coming from future thoughts. See, it gets confusing, right? 4 waving lines is us through sending signal. Okay, Joe, which one? There's 6 here. Which one? Be specific on the one position locations, right? Which one? 4 waving lines is through sending signals. 4 waving lines, this one here, right? Waving signals. Okay, you got it right, Jill, except you left out the color. Okay, 4 waving lines is through sending signals of coloration of patterns, which interlines its positions to its matrix. See the coloration of matrix? It's all through your pixels activation, your TV reception, right? Or you can say 4 waving lines through TV reception, through coloration patterns. But that's a good start, Jill. Very good. So let's get that in, yes. So the coloration, as long as you get into the coloration, all right? So Jill got that right. Check that off. All right, very good. So what are these? What's going on with these? Yeah, TV reception through coloration patterns of weather. Yeah. 4 waving cycles of a TV reception through coloration of patterns, Jill. But you got it right, except you left out the color. It's color, right? So it's true that you're standing when you come into this positions. You come into this track system first, right? And then you come into this position. Try to stand this now through track system. Okay? So you guys are doing really well. Let's see here. Pyramids are activated on top right. Okay, let's see here. Pyramids are activated on top right. Top right. Here. Activated. Okay. It's going this way. Right? See that? This is the pyramid. But again, Amber, you forgot the color. Right? So you guys have to understand how to use coloration line centers. So pyramid activation line center, S line rotation. Pyramid activation, S line rotation. Okay? So it's an S, right? Remember, letters, numbers, and structures come into high line conditions. You guys are near phenomenons of Vega communications, but you got to get it right to high level rotation to a TV reception, right? So you can see TV reception of patterns of triangle line rotations of an S line center. That's what it is through track system. Very good, Amber. Let's get through equation. Anybody else? You guys are catching on very quick. I love it. Makes my job much easier. Diana? Samantha, pick anything. Top middle. Top left, TV box frame reception center location, pyramid activation line center, line rotation coloration patterns. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Very good. You guys are catching on very quickly. That's what I like. All right. Bottom left atom rotation. The bottom left atom rotation. Bottom left. Bottom left. Bottom left. Atom rotation. This one here. Atom rotation. Bottom left rotation. In position. You guys are seeing color. So it's a TB reception and atom line center rotation connection. Okay, so you can see the circle rotation, but you gotta have to add the color, guys. Okay? All right, so that's pretty good, Samantha, very good. You got that line center. So there's not really any right or wrong answers, but you know, it is when you're sending out information to AI. All right, Samantha, very good. All right, so we're getting this done. This is fantastic. All right, so what's this, this, and this? What's this, and what's that? What's going on with these three? Right here. These three are done. What's going on here? See, the whole idea is understand that all 6 first, and then you rotate it, right, to a certain level line center, and it becomes nothing but TV reception to projecting of its projection of what you see through its frame, guys, right? And then I show you the final product. Okay, so what are these? What's going on here? What's this, and what's that? Okay, don't forget to add the color. As long as you're specific, right? Because look, this is different intelligence. This is different intelligence. Different color, orange, yellow, blue. Okay. Light blue, dark blue, orange, blue, yellow, blue. So you have to be very detailed on what's going on through these realms of these structures of intelligence. How it's pointing out story frames. Okay? So once you get this down, you guys will be able to understand how to create crop circles and how they're set on ground line centers to your pyramids and your hieroglyphic line connection. So, all right. Atom activations through coloration patterns, bottom left. And we got that. Bottom right, TV reception, 7/7 dimensional time. This one here through track system. Okay. Except what's going on here? Remember, look at all levels of what's going on here. It's separated, right? It's not together. Right? And there's a reason why it's split. If it's together, it changes the graph system to its shape. So it's very important to understand what you are seeing through its rotation, through circulation patterns, right? Okay. So this is a 7-drop line center. Pix activation line connections. Okay. Line rotation up, line rotation down in position. Okay. So that's pretty good. You guys got that pretty much. So look at that. Give that an answer line connection, equation line interference, rotation to its connections. Reverse line center rotations. Going to calculation modification line center rotation. Comes in its calculation line center. Illuminate its graph line certain locations. All right. So it colored over with line rotation, but it's the same thing to line connection. So what are these two to the top line rotation? What's in the middle and what's in the high rotation and calculation? This one and this one. All right, so let's go into your questions here. Okay, let's see. We got that. I'm listening but working also. Okay, great. Switch around the thoughts system using more space to the final way. Air is the element of helping. Yeah. So, Ellen, instead of structuring a story, try to understand what it is through shape. Okay, because it's all intelligence of position through coloration, pixel activation to TV receptions, right? So, good start though. Let's see. Element of air changed the mind. Mars called, asked you to get information. Can I see the images again? Yep. Here's the image. This one. And this one. This one. And this one. Top left is a coloration, pixel, TV box frame, receptor, center location. Top left, this one here. Top left, center rotation, got that. But what? C-line center, it's a C-line center. C rotation, two-point system. Remember, it's all positions through structures, letters, numbers, and shapes, guys. That's how AI forms in all levels, okay? Okay, the alphabetical system through your allocating line center is alpha, okay, alpha wave. Okay, slash waves, okay? All right, the alpha waves, the bottom line center. So you have to truly understand everything that you're seeing is in direction line center. Try to understand the communication of what's going on through high levels of rotation. Okay? See how it changes the frame line center? Now, if I set up another operation line center rotations, you get a true understanding what it is through the connections all through the alpha, mega, micro, and macro. This is the true resonance line center to position of the heart reactors, guys. Okay? So you come into this position to the S line center location. Okay, you got into the 4 waves, which is good. But see how I'm changing it now? It's no longer color, is it? It's no longer color, right? Center through point system of coloration box line center. Yeah, C center, yeah. Right to heart, back from heart. Okay. So what's this through left? What is this through high level? What's this? What's this? Remember, look at the space, look at the colorations, look at the channels. See, here, different color, different color, different color, different color. This is blue, this is light blue, this is light blue, this is dark blue, this is red, this is yellow, this is green, this is green, this is yellow, this is red. Okay, try to recognize it, what it is, what's going on, what's happening with the separation. Everything's in the right line center. Okay? Just shot off a, see that? Just shot off a wave. You see that? It went right through. It set up a signal. Look at that. It set up a signal. That's incredible from alpha waves. Right? The digital pad wants to play. Alignment of portal line center. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's in the position locations, but it's coloration. So it's in the pixel activation. Remember, you're pixels. These are pixels of you guys. Pixel activations of round line center to point system to its alignment. Okay? Very good, Amber. So you got that line connections. See, that's pretty good. So as soon as you change the graph, it changes its high line center. Okay? Very good. See? See how you change it? Comes in one position locations to one track line center rotation. All right. It's incredible how it comes into this, guys. This is what you guys are coming into. It's fascinating. All right. Good job. Good job. Good job. Excelente. So you guys are finally connecting, which is amazing. You know, better communications when you come to high levels of Vega. Amazing, isn't it? It's not that hard. It was hard at the beginning, right? Because I was doing so many levels, and people are trying to understand this, people are trying to understand that. You know, thumbs up. Good job. You guys did an incredible job. See, it's not that hard, is it? See? Now, when you get the information, you know exactly what it is through track system. But remember, you go from this position. This is all one color. All one color. Okay? But it's not the color you think it is, because it could be this color to its line connections. Okay? So it's all about illumination, right? Remember when you go into the back force to see the color, but when I bring it up close, it's a different color? 2 different color line centers, right? 2 different color line centers, or 3 different color line, or 4 different, or 5 different, it doesn't matter. So it can be very sketchy if you don't understand the position line conditions, right? So let's say you get 3 waving line centers. You got the green, okay? Now let's say you get the red, okay? All right, this is all about how you operate your activation core line center, your pixel activation position line center to its TV reception line conditions, right? And let's go into blue. Okay, now 3 different colors, right? Now these are solid line centers, okay, all positions, okay? Now, I'm going to ask you, okay, which one is higher? Which one is higher? The blue? Okay, this is where you have to understand intelligence. 4 different intelligent line position and coloration line centers at TV reception locations. Okay, which one is higher? The blue, the purple, the red, or the green? Which one is higher? This is understanding communication of intelligence to form. To understand what you're communicating with through intelligence. The green? Okay. All right. So Amber says green. Amber, why do you say green? Jill, why do you say purple? Ellen, why do you say blue? Okay. And Samantha, why do you say purple? Why? You're picking through color, but you have to know why. Because that's what I hear. Amber hears positions of green. Okay? So, purple crown chakra color. Green means go. Okay? Now, you have to understand that you're in position to one compilation line. Remember, you have to understand the vibrations of 4 line center locations, guys. In one compilation line center rotations, okay? Because of the color combination, what stands out? I say purple because the frequency with more busy waves is higher frequency. Ooh, that's a good one, Samantha. Very good. That's interesting. But remember, they're all different intelligence coloration line centers, right? Your job is to get all these vibration line centers into one position location, all right? So you come into that line conditions. Just because it's purple doesn't mean it's the highest. You have to come into this position line center, into the center line conditions. So you have to bring all these into the center line. Okay? And, well, Amber's right. It's the green. So it's all about the least to the most. You bring the most to the least into the center. Okay? So you blend all coloration line centers into rotation, which comes into a dimensional connection to high level of high forcing, high positioning to security line defense line conditions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10-dimensional lock center rotations. A calculation modification line center. Pretty wild, eh? Good job, Amber. So you guys are connecting. You're connecting. See how easy it is? You guys are understanding more through your graph line centers, right? You see this through perceptions. You know how to use this to this. And then the XT1000 takes it out. Right? So you know exactly when you come into this, you know exactly what to do next, right? And you see this, right? So that's a great job. You guys are doing wonderful. I love it. Right? And then you come into this, right? So it's incredible force when you come into those high line centers. Okay, so let's do one more. Okay. Now this is going to be a framing line center. Okay, a framing line center. Okay. So in position, I'm going to do the structure. Okay. In connections. So it's going to be the formula. All right. So I'm going to do the formula because you have to understand what it is. And you basically have to put the position line conditions in high-low rotation. Okay. All right. All right. So what does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? What's this? What's this? What's this? What this? What this is? Remember, it's all one color, but it's different intelligence. So don't get confused. Just because it's all one color doesn't mean it's the same intelligence, because it's different. This is a letter. This is calculation. This is a triangle. This is a line. You know what this is, and what is this? But it's all the same color, but different intelligence. Okay? Any guess? Don't think. Don't think. Okay, you don't have the time to think. I want to open up high levels of your audio track system to its calculation. Don't think about it. What's given to you? Audio track system in the immune line center has to understand all positions to your alpha waves. Okay. Okay. All right. Anybody want to take a guess? What is this through equation? What is this formula? It's through an alpha wave, but what is this formula? What's this? It's all the same color, but it's different intelligence because it's different timelines. This is a letter. This is an equation. This is calculation. This is a triangle. This is a line. What's this, this, this? So truly understand what is this in story frame through alpha wave. So the alpha wave is positioned to what? Green. Okay? Green. Okay? But it's different intelligence because it goes to the alphabetical line conditions of AI through its phenomena. Okay? So, let's see what we got here. Some etches such as, okay, let's see. All right. Formula equation 369 triangle waving line center, line rotation. It's traveling through 369 through sonar. Okay, let's see here. We got the alpha wave line center rotations here. Alpha waves, okay, green alpha wave. Yeah, equals alpha wave. Very good. It travels to 369, yeah. Formula 369 triangle wave, yeah. Formula, that's right, equals triangle slash alpha waves. Very good. See? Alpha wave. Alpha wave. There's the equation. There's the formula. Alpha wave. Very good. You guys got it. Hooah! Pretty wild, eh? Pretty awesome, isn't it? Yes, the sonar. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is, the sonar. These are the waves, sonar. Slash triangle, formula equals triangle, slash alpha waves. Sonar, right? Point center. Point center is location. Okay, alpha wave. This is the formula. Pretty wild. So, letters, numbers, and shapes is positions of view through calculations, right? All right, so you're all getting it right. Nobody's wrong here. Everybody's getting it right through line center, so that's great. Okay, so you got the alpha wave. Okay, the alpha wave. Understand what that is. Alpha wave. Okay, good stuff. Now, all right. Green alpha wave, yep. Okay, so what is this through box center? What is this through box center? We're going to get a communication line center conditions here. What is this through box center? Okay? What is this through box center? Now it's going to get a little bit more tricky because I'm going to put things together for you guys so you can understand what's going on. So I'm putting shapes together through line conditions through the alpha wave. So alpha wave is the green line center to its position, right? So you understand the communications area 369 platform, which puts you into the flux capacitor line conditions. High channels its high line center to its location, to its division. Okay? All right. So what is this through equation? What is this through the alpha wave? What's that? Look at the structure, look at the boxes, look at the realms. What is going on with the story frame through the alpha wave? What do you see in structure? Yes, why is the flux capacitor, Veronica? Very good. Yep, very simple. Check that off. Check that off, line center. Very good. Yep. Point form by point form. Flux capacitor, what's going on here? 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 Remember, all different intelligence. As soon as it changes the color, it changes the story. Okay? Alpha wave through flux capacitor box line center. Okay, alpha waves through the flux capacitor. Let's see, get the equation. Interference line conditions. Alpha wave through flux capacitor through dimensional security lines of defense. That's good, Joe. Something missing, though. Something's missing. What is missing in this equation? You got the flux capacitor. You got the dimensional realm of travel. What is missing? Yeah. Box line center. Right? You're all right, except you forgot something. 3 box line centers. 3 box line centers. See? 3 box line centers. 1, 2, 3. You got the alpha wave line center. You got the dimension. You got the flux capacitor. Okay? But you forgot the 3 box line centers. That's good though. Good. Good job. See? You guys are connecting now through alpha waves. All right, one more. Let's go into the delta wave line center. Now, what color is delta wave? What color is delta wave? Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's learning a new language, and that's what I'm teaching you guys because you guys are now in 60, so I might as well get you up to speed, get you into Vega communication. Jill's right. Delta waves are blue. Very good. Delta wave. All right. Great. Way to go, Jill. All right. So I'm gonna draw another one through delta wave interference. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Now. All right. So you guys are catching on very quickly. You have any questions or comments? Let me know. Okay. So coming in position right now. We're into the delta waves, right? This is the delta wave. Okay. You got the alpha wave. Now we're going into delta. So once you go into the delta, once you go in the alpha, once you go in the theta and the beta, now you're in position, all through shapes, right? So you have to be cautious if things change. So you can have the delta and the alpha wave together, which is this through track system. See? Different colors, right? See that? See? Yellow there, purple there, right? So you're putting the alpha, the delta, okay, and everything to high level systems, the theta and the beta all together in line position, right? So, speedy fingers, yeah, I'm sorry I have to go now. Okay, Diane. Congratulations again. All right, so we're going to the delta wave, right? Okay, one step at a time, Amber. Yes, you're right. Hold on a sec. Okay, so we're going to delta wave, right? Now, what shape is the delta wave? What shape is the delta wave? Remember, try to get into your AI line center to position. What shape is the delta wave? Okay, because if the alpha waves are boxes, what is delta? What is delta? You already know the color, it's blue, right? But remember, when you're connecting to that, tie line center, okay, delta, all different intelligence, same color, but all different intelligence. Triangle, triangle. Very good. Excelente. Beautiful. All right, so now you're connecting, right? Now you're connecting. So if I go from a triangle, okay, let's go into a high level rotation. I'm not going to get too high line center because you guys are only getting your deltas and your alphas. And then when you get your thetas and betas, and then you understand how to put it all together, right? So very good there. Samantha, got the triangle. Delta waves is the triangle, and the alpha is the box. So if I go to the box, right, and if it's the same color, hold on a sec, different color, is it still an alpha wave? Is it still an alpha wave? Triangle line center, delta waves are triangle, right? Blue, through line connections. If it's a square, is it an alpha wave? Remember, different color, different color. So that would be a what color? If it's a box, it's not an alpha. Why? Because the triangle is a lighter color. Okay? All right. So once we go into that position, we can go into high level connections. We'll stay in that line center. Okay? Now, I'm going to go into high level rotation here. We're going to come into this position line center locations. high positions, cross circle locations. All right, now it's getting a little bit more tricky, but you guys are catching on very quickly through calculation. Modified line center to connections. What do you see through track line connection? All position locations. What do you see through trap line center rotation to connections? What do you see through trap line connection? What do you see? What's the first thing that you see? Remember, it's all about putting all the waves together, guys. It's the vibration line centered to the colorations. You have to understand how to put everything all together to a, what do you see? What is it? Tesseract holographic cube. Green box. Okay, Ellen, take it easy. Intelligence, guys. Face recognition. See the eyes? See the intelligence? See the intelligence? If I keep adding, then you'll see the connections. So you guys have to understand, even though it looks like a hologram, doesn't mean it's a hologram. Okay? So when you come in positions, it's intelligence. It's a line connection. You see? Intelligence. You see it now? So you guys are going to come across these things to the hologram line center. This is space structure locations. Okay, to box line center rotation connections to triangle line center rotation. That's what this is. This is space structure of a hologram. That's intelligence. Okay? You see the face? Pretty wild, eh? All right, so let's get the 4 waves and we'll stop there. All right, so you got the alpha. The alpha is the box, but if it's a different green, it's no longer, it's what? It's no longer an alpha wave because it's a different color. Okay? Understand now? Tron. Yeah, very good. Bumblebee's off the transformation. Yeah. All right. So delta wave is blue. It's a triangle. Alpha wave's the box. Okay. Right. Amber already guessed that, so we already know what yellow is. Okay, so going to yellow. Remember, you guys have to understand your track system to yellow connection interference. Okay, so what is yellow? What is yellow? Through shape. What is yellow? Through shape. Alpha wave, delta waves. Okay. Square is alpha. Circle. Circle. Yep. Very good. Yellow is circle. Excelente. Now you're catching on. Very good. Yellow is circle. Okay, so a circle is yellow. What is the wave? What is the wave? Yellow, circle, what is the wave? What's the wave? What's the wave? No, we have alpha wave, delta wave, right? And the circle is yellow. What is the wave? Beta. Excellent. Very good. That's what I wanted to hear. Beta. Excellent. Very good. Now, it doesn't matter the waves, guys. It doesn't matter the waves. You just have to understand what the shape is because it shapes everything in structure of space. So you guys are really connecting now through the alpha, delta, beta, and I know Amber. So it's the beta, the circle. Okay? All right. So what's the last one? What's the last one? What's the last one? No, we're not in omega. No. No, we're not in the track line center, in that position, center location. Omega is the biggest. Theta, thank you. All right, so we got the theta. What color is the theta? What color is the theta? What color is the theta? Boom. Thank you, Jill. Theta is red. Yay! Very good. All right. We got the color is red. All right. We got theta slash wave. Okay. What is the shape of theta? What is the shape of theta? Think of the 4-point line centers of shapes. Birth line connection is the alphabetical line connection. It's in the structure. It's in the structure of the last one. What is the shape of theta wave? Nope. Nope. It's on the last page. Thank you, Samantha. Rectangle. Very good. Hooah! Excellent, Samantha. Very good. Now you go. All right. Now we got one more, which is we got the alpha, we got the delta, we got the alpha, we got the delta, we got the beta, we got the theta, the spiral. Bingo. Very good. Excellent. You guys are catching on very quick. Love it. Excellent. Okay, so what color is omega? The omega wave. What color is omega? It's not on there. What color is it? What color is omega? Remember, if it's in the center of all operation, what color is omega? Think about it. This is the last one. Omega is gamma. Yes, Samantha. Very good. Orange. Bingo. Really good, really good. You guys are making me look bad. Orange. Now it's gonna get tricky. Orange. Now, it's got green in there, but it's true to understand when you put the alphabetical line centers and you put them all in position, it's amazing how it comes into not just one color, right? But it's orange. What is the shape of the orange wave? Orange line center, the omega. The omega, omega, omega. What shape is omega? It's going to be tricky. It's going to be tricky. Think of 3, 6, and 9. Think of 3, 6, and 9. Oval. No. If it's in the center of operation, what is it you use for? Pyramids? No. No. That's in position 2 calculations to delta. Diamond? No. No. It's not your flux capacitor. That's your accelerator. I hear Jeopardy calling. What is the shape of omega? Nope. Think of teleportation. Nope, it's not the yin and yang. It's not the double helix. Think of teleportation of 3, 6, and 9. It was in your test review and evaluation. The track system here. Hold on. Try to take this off here. It's a star! Yeah! Whoa! Do you see me go offline and then come back on? Right through my voice grid. That's powerful. Way to go, Samantha! It's the Merkaba. Communications, Highline Center. Woohoo! You're right on. Hooah. Very good, Samantha. How was that, eh? Nice. Excellent. So, now you have it all together. Now you have it all together, right? And then you come into your tesseracts, and then you come into, you guessed it, your tetrahedrons. Yay! Yay! Done through equation. So now you're all connected to your alpha waves. Okay? You got your alpha, you got your delta, okay? You got your beta, you got your theta, and you got your omega. Nice. And you also have your phase structure of intelligence. Very good, guys. Great stuff. You guys are really catching on. It's excellent. So, that was fun, eh? Yeah. It's the connection to omega, which is all levels of the star, which comes into your tesseract to your tetrahedron. Okay. The omega wave. Woo! So you really are connecting now, eh? See, now you're connecting more. Right? It's fantastic when you come in that position, right? So next we'll get into the auric field, we'll get into the torical field, and then we'll get into the flux capacitor line center fields, and then we'll get into high level rotations of more point line center connections into the tetrahedron, into your geometry line connection. Fantastic job, guys. Go team. All right. Yeah, pretty amazing. So now you know the connections to the all waves, right? And you know the colors, and now you know the shapes. In position, the birth line center to shapes is, and this is what we gave you guys, all position locations is understand all levels of the square. Okay, going rotation here to the square. Okay, to the rectangle. Okay. Okay, to the circle, to the star. And there you go. There's the birth line centers to all positions, to all calculation modification line connections, right? And the triangle is in the center of 3, 6, and 9. Hoo-ah! And there you go. There you go. In position line connections, guys. Wild. Absolutely wild. Okay? Pretty incredible how it comes in that position. Great job, guys. Fantastic. Tremendous, tremendous job. Very proud of you guys. We need help with the ladies' names general. Yeah, well, you guys are getting too smart now. So, okay, so I'm going to head over to TikTok. Adios.